some fun donates happening throughout the night, the organization might start their live auction portion. So they will be presenting an item, and you can bid as many times as you'd like. Click here for more information about the auction item. You can scroll through some photos. You can bid more. If you want to outbid the 2300, you just type in the event, start bidding from there, and it appears that you are the winner. So it's that simple. And see, you'll see all of your donations are coming in here through this thermometer up here.
Hello there. Our club president asked that one of our founding members share a few words with you. Reality is kind of a nice way of saying, let's get one of the old guys to talk. My name is Mike Bartlett, and yes, I'm one of the old guys, whom we're politely referred to as charter members. This club was formed 32 years ago, almost to the day, in the spring of 1989. Back then, and as it is now, we were a cross-section of businessmen and women from a variety of businesses and variety of walks of life. And all we wanted to do was make a difference. I was in my mid-30s, so you do the math, 32 years ago, I'm still an old guy. The reality was that I really didn't know what I was in for. Little did I know that it turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. The friendships, the relationships that were formed and developed over the years proved to be an aspect of my life that is darn near family. And they're like family to me. You know, I always believed, and I still do to this day, that it's incumbent upon all of us to give back to some degree into our communities and to the world that we live in, to try to make it a better place. And Rotary provided that avenue for me to do so, as it's done for countless others. So in a nutshell, that's the mission statement for Rotary. And I think we could all agree that there's no lack of need in this world. So for the sake of time, I'd like to personally thank you for your few moments. And I'd like to thank you on behalf of our club for your time, your consideration, and your continued support with your contributions for our efforts. And on a final note, I would encourage those who are viewing this and want to take a more active role and participate in some of the club activities to come join us for a lunch someday. We're in the world of COVID, so hopefully we can get there really soon where we can sit at the same table and talk. Come learn a little bit more about us. All it takes is that first step. So bye for now, and I want to thank you once again, and I truly hope to see you at our table. Bye now.
to thank all Battery Sales and Service for their sponsor tonight of our kickoff show.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to check in and let you all know that we're going to be going live at 7 p.m. Make sure you've registered to bid, have your dinner and drinks prepared, and are ready to support the South Everett Mukilteo Rotary. Thank you very much.
We're here for a night of giving and a world of difference. You know, technical support is available all night long through chat or calling in. Do not let a little bit of technology keep you from bidding.
your neighbors, your friends, your family. For over 65 years, we've been a part of your community. We are Dwayne Lane's Auto Family. 5 locations, 9 brands. We'll help you find the car you're looking for, whether shopping from home or at the dealership. Our friendly and knowledgeable team will give you an amazing car buying experience. Visit DwayneLane.com to discover your next vehicle. We are Dwayne Lane's Auto Family.
Dwayne Lane's Auto Family will take care of you.
You're sitting there with a box in front of you, some of our gin in it, ingredients, and you want to know what to do with it. I just want to take a brief second and introduce myself. I'm AJ Temple. Temple Distilling is the distillery run here in Linwood by me and my wife Jamie, and we specialize in gin. We've been around since 2015. Gin is a huge passion of ours. We also do a gin-based limoncello, but you can see behind me on the shelf, we've got about 5 different gins that we're currently making, and we're big into spirits. So we're really excited for you to try our gin. If you are a gin fan, I encourage you to open up that little bottle and maybe have a little nip straight. It's going to be as close to a dry martini as you can get. But the Chapter 1 London Dry Gin that you have in your pack is our flagship gin. It's our most awarded. It's won a gold in San Francisco, SIP Magazine's Best of the Northwest, a whole bunch of other fun stuff. And basically, we have been here. We've been closed the last year because of all of the stuff that happened in 2020, but it gave us an opportunity to remodel. So we've got our tasting room set to reopen very soon, and we're excited to have you in. We've got our botanical wall talking about all the ingredients we use. The bar is almost complete, just waiting on some granite, and then behind that you can see the stills where we make all of our spirits. For this cocktail, you're going to be using our Chapter 1 London Dry Gin. You'll need a shaker or a julep cup. I'll go over the differences shortly. You will need a sprig of mint with about 12 leaves on it for the cocktail, as well as a sprig for garnish, or the top part of your sprig if it's a long one. A lime, a teaspoon and a half of sugar, a juicer for the lime. If you don't have one, you can always use your hands. You'll need the serving glass if it's not a julep cup, club soda for topping, ice for shaking if using a shaker, and then some crushed ice. Okay, so there are 2 ways to go about making this cocktail. The proper way, printed on your sheet, is with a julep cup. If you have one, great. There's only just some slight modifications to what I'm going to go over here. This way of making it uses a shaker, which I find easy, but if you do have a way to muddle, that is the correct way to do a traditional julep. Now, it's a julep, but it is also a little bit of a south side. If you're familiar with that cocktail, it's mint and gin and lime. The flavors in there just work super well together. But being Derby Day, we're going to call this a julep because it's gosh darn close. So, with a shaker, you're going to want to start by putting some ice in there. Not too much though, don't fill it up, fill it about halfway because you want room for that ice to move back and forth. And what's going to happen is the ice is actually going to do the muddling for you. So you're going to want to tear off your 12 leaves of mint roughly. If you have 10, that's fine. If you've got 14, go for it. But just enough that we can break up and get some of that lovely flavor in there. So you've got your ice, you've got your mint. Next you want to put some lime juice in. So I've got a lime as well as a juicer here. The juicer makes really quick work of juicing about half a lime. The other option you can do if you don't have a handy juicer on hand is simply just cut that half of lime in half again. You've got individual things you can squeeze out, but this is a little easier on your fingers. So juice of half a lime, put that in over the top of the mint, and then add the sugar. Don't do anything with the gin yet. What we're going to do is muddle in the shaker here. So you want to shake it nice and hard. So pause, swirl, kind of move that mint around in there, and then keep shaking. Give it about a good 20, 30 seconds or so. I won't go all the way into there, but that's really going to make sure that gets all mixed up. Now, don't pour anything out yet. It's tempting when you're done shaking, but you can see there the mint is nice and crushed up. The sugar is starting to dissolve. Now you're going to add your 2 ounces of gin, which is roughly the size of that mini bottle. Pour that in, close it back up, shake again. Just enough to chill the mint, or chill the gin down, and then you're going to take your glass, fill it with some nice crushed ice, and then pour your mixture over the top. Look at that lovely color. And get as much of those little bits of mint out as possible. And then you're going to top that up with club soda. Once that's finished, you take your sprig, add it to the drink, and you've got a julep. Now the best part of my job. Perfect.
Hey, I'm down here at Rodland Toyota. You know they're our premier sponsor for our South Everett Mukilteo Rotary Run for the Roses auction and gala. You want to come down here and check out their great fleet of cars, even this classic here.
Hi, my name is Colette and I'm the service manager at Rodland Toyota. I wanted to personally thank you for purchasing your new Toyota with us. Give me 2 minutes to explain Toyota Care and Rodland Premium Package. What is Toyota Care? It's a no-cost maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. That's up to 5 scheduled services and roadside service for 2 years and unlimited miles. What about our Rodland Premium Package? Rodland Toyota adds an additional 2 services and 11 other benefits worth over $1,000.
Hey there, my name is Kathy. I'm with Rodland Toyota Service Department. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about your Toyota Care plan. That it comes with the car when you buy it. You get 2 years or 25,000 miles of no cost maintenance. That's 5 free services. It also includes 2 years and unlimited miles of rescue. Let me talk about the services real quick. You get an oil and filter change 2 times. They're going to rotate your tires 5 times. They do a multi-point inspection and they inspect and adjust the fluid levels every time that you come in, a full-on safety inspection. You also get 24-hour roadside assistance for towing, and that includes winching if you're stuck in a ditch, mud, sand, or snow, really having a rough time of it. So make sure that you use all 5 of your Toyota Care services. It's really important that you use them more by time than by miles. I would recommend coming in every 5 months to make sure that you use all 5 of the services before the plan ends, and we look forward to seeing you here at Rodland Toyota.
Hi, my name is Mike Massey. I'm a sales representative here at Rodland Toyota. I've been with the Rodland family now for 20 years. So how does a Rodland Premium Package work? Rodland Toyota will give you 2 additional 5,000 mile complimentary services. Unlimited service loaner vehicle if you're projected to be in our service department for over 3 hours. Unlimited car wash with vacuums. Tuba touch-up paint, $50 off a complete detail. Unlimited alignment checks. 1 complimentary alignment. Unlimited brake inspections. Local shuttle service, an unlimited 27-point inspection, a cafe and espresso bar with free Wi-Fi. That's a $1,040 value. Let's get you started. If you have not made your first appointment, then click below to connect with our service department. Thanks again for trusting Rodland Toyota for your purchase.
Alright, we're back to make the lemongrass mint julep mocktail. The ingredients you'll need, first one is the lemongrass mint balsamic, and then an optional one, but I think you should add it in there, is the honey ginger balsamic. These are from A Bit of Taste, the Queen Anne Olive Oil Company. And then you'll need a bit of simple syrup. Simple syrup, if you don't have any on hand, is something you can easily make by just boiling 1 part sugar with 1 part water on the stove until the sugar dissolves, and then cool it down and store it in your fridge for up to about a week. You'll need about 4 mint leaves. You will need either a shaker like we did for the gin cocktail, or something to muddle in, which is what we'll do on this one, ice and seltzer water. So let's get to making it. Basically, this is pretty easy. You're going to start by tossing your mint in there. I kind of like to give it 1 single tear before putting it in to start releasing some of those oils and flavors from it. And then you're going to add an ounce of the mint balsamic vinegar, about like that, maybe a touch more, so you can see about a fifth of the bottle, or if you have an ounce shot glass measuring tool, that is easy as well. And then add just a touch of the honey ginger. Then you're going to add your simple syrup, 1 teaspoon of that. Now the fun part, muddling. So if you've got a spoon like this is great for stirring. This one, it's the weighted part of the spoon, but you can use it to muddle as well. So you'll want to keep going until the mint breaks up and you really start to smell the aromas coming off of it. Now I like to switch to the spoon end if you're using something like this and just give it a few good stirs. So now you're going to add ice, and then you're going to add seltzer depending on the size of glass. So we put 8 ounces on the cocktail list, but you'll determine how big your cocktail glass is. And you give it a quick stir, and then you want to let it set for about a minute. So we're just going to speed that up in real time to show you the rest of the drink, but if you let it set, it will cause some of the mint to fall down and get you a little bit of a cleaner cocktail. And notice I didn't add all of the seltzer water. Again, it's tough to visually tell how much your glass is going to take, so I tend to under add that, and then once we strain into our glass here, we're going to see how much room we have left. So there's still a bit of room, so then I just like to top with the last little bit to get a nice pale color. Enjoy.
Hello there. Our club president asked that one of our founding members share a few words with you. Reality is kind of a nice way of saying, let's get one of the old guys to talk. My name is Mike Bartlett, and yes, I'm one of the old guys, whom we're politely referred to as charter members. This club was formed 32 years ago, almost to the day, in the spring of 1989. Back then, and as it is now, we were a cross-section of businessmen and women from a variety of businesses and variety of walks of life. And all we wanted to do was make a difference. I was in my mid-30s, so you do the math, 32 years ago, I'm still an old guy. The reality was that I really didn't know what I was in for. Little did I know that it turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. The friendships, the relationships that were formed and developed over the years proved to be an aspect of my life that is darn near family. And they're like family to me. You know, I always believed, and I still do to this day, that it's incumbent upon all of us to give back to some degree into our communities and to the world that we live in to try to make it a better place. And Rotary provided that avenue for me to do so, as it's done for countless others. So in a nutshell, that's the mission statement for Rotary. And I think we could all agree that there's no lack of need in this world. So for the sake of time, I'd like to personally thank you for your few moments. And I'd like to thank you on behalf of our club for your time, your consideration, and your continued support with your contributions for our efforts. And on a final note, I would encourage those who are viewing this and want to take a more active role and participate in some of the club activities to come join us for a lunch someday. We're in the world of COVID, so hopefully we can get there really soon where we can sit at the same table and talk. Come learn a little bit more about us. All it takes is that first step. So bye for now, And I want to thank you once again, and I truly hope to see you at our table. Bye now.
Good evening. I'm Sheila Countryman Bean, President of the Rotary Club of South Everett Mukilteo, and I want to welcome you to our Run for the Roses Gala and Auction. If this past year has taught me anything, it's nothing can stop Rotarians from providing service to our community through funding and hands-on service projects. During the pandemic, our club has supported 2 school food pantries, delivered over 350 Thanksgiving food baskets to families in need, distributed thousands of pounds of food to the community and food banks, plus provided much needed funding to nonprofit agencies locally, regionally, and internationally. We are also giving $25,000 in scholarships to local high school seniors. We support our giving through fundraising efforts such as our annual gala. Last year, we chose to forego our auction, but still continued to give to the community. This year, we may be virtual, but our auction has many opportunities to support our mission of providing services and funding. I want to thank our donors, sponsors, and auction committee, including co-chairs Rob Prosch and Alex Zitnick, for helping make our gala possible and contributing to our success. As we approach the starting gate, I encourage you to have fun and bid often. Our club appreciates your support in helping us to help others. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila, and thanks to all of you that are out there in virtual land, and welcome to the South Everett Mukilteo Run for the Roses Gala and Auction. We want to start by recognizing our premier sponsor, Rodland Toyota. Thank you very much, Rodland. Now we're going to start off with all of those who paid to buy a golden ticket. We are going to need to know if you can spend that $1,000 in the auction night, if it's going to be you. So we're going to spend that. We're going to find out who that is. And again, if you haven't bought a ticket, I'm sorry, it's too late for that. But if you have, hold on, we're going to tell you in a second. Let's pan over here. And Sheila and Alex are going to let us know who the ticket is. It's clearly well spun. All right. We have it. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit more about that crowd over there in a second. The winner of the golden ticket and who is going to get $1,000 to spend either in the live, the almost live, or during this live portion is one and only Ellen Middleton. Congratulations, Ellen. All right, we know who has $1,000 to spend tonight, so we'll be going to Ellen often, okay? So I want to also let you know that the silent auction is paused while we're working on the live event because we want to make sure that your focus is here during our live event. Now, after this closes, the silent and the almost live will open back up again, and it will stay open until 8 o'clock on Sunday so that you can go in and bid. Now, if you've already been bidding, you know that if you're outbid, you're going to get an email. So you get back in there, bid a little bit more. If you haven't bid, shame on you. Make sure you get in there and put in your first bid on those items after the live, okay? Now, we don't want anybody to have any reason at all not to be bidding tonight. So if you're having any trouble figuring out how this works, there's technical help. If you see at the bottom of the screen there, the bottom of the screen right there, there's a helpline. Please call that. They'll help make sure that you're on and you're able to bid. Okay? No reasons not to. Also, don't forget there's going to be a derby hat contest. Now, I have my hat. I wore it a little bit earlier. I'll wear it for just a little bit. I'm just normally not a hat guy, so I'll be taking it off. But if you have decorated your group, if you've got hats, you want to go on and tag that on social media at SEMR Club or at S Everett Mukilteo Rotary on Facebook. So again, that's at SEMR Club or at Everett Mukilteo Rotary on Facebook. Okay? We want to be able to see that and share. And by the way, we're going to be picking some winners, and you will be getting a prize. So make sure that you go on there. Now, there may be a slight delay in what you're seeing. We've got about an 8-second delay. And so it's going to be very important that while you're bidding tonight, don't wait till the last second like we normally do on a live. I'm about going 3, 2, 1, about to close it, and you throw up your bid. Don't do that because you may miss it. There's going to be a little bit of a delay. So when we close that item, we don't want you to miss out. So if you want that item, make sure that you're bidding tonight and don't hold back. All right. So also, let's talk about how to bid. If you look on your screen where the item is, there's going to be 2 buttons. There's a green button that bids automatically up to the next increment. Likely that would be $100. Over there's going to be a black button that you can bid any amount you want. So if you say, this $100 bids up and down, I want to bid that thing up $1,000. You can do that. Just put $1,000 in there, hit that black button, and that'll bump you to the top, okay? There's also chat available. You can chat on there and back and forth. If you're having fun, if you have a question, we want to be able to answer that for you. Now, you may have bought a cruise raffle ticket. We're going to draw that at the end of the live event. So if you bought a ticket, make sure that you're on here at the live so you know if you've won that. And that raffle, don't worry about the cruise because that is, I believe, you've got a couple of years to use that. You don't have to worry about taking a cruise next week, for example. You may not feel comfortable yet. And there's no expiration at all, I'm being told, so even better. You can go whenever you feel comfortable doing that, okay? We also want to thank Renee Porabek, Windermere Real Estate, for our registration sponsor. We'd also like to thank Sean O'Donnell's for those dinner box and cocktail box distribution, not only the location and all the logistics. Hopefully you're enjoying all of those. We also want to thank Archbishop Murphy High School. We are in their facility tonight in their Black Box Theater to make this happen. You know that Archbishop Murphy High School is currently open for on-campus learning every day, and they're also accepting students for the upcoming 21-22 school year. You can learn more by going to their website at am/hs.org. All right, now I told you we saw some guests over there when we were spinning. We have one VIP table, so we're going to walk over there and see if they're having any fun tonight. That's good. All right, let's go over here. You guys having fun? And look at this. Look at this. They're all dressed up. They've got, look at these beautiful hats. I didn't know where you get hats like this. I know these two were made because I watched them make them. Mary's, I think she went on Cool Hats or Us or something on that. And look, we have a token gentleman here tonight. Yes. Yeah. Ladies are enjoying that. All right, token gentleman. All right, well, they're going to be bidding tonight the same as you. They have no advantage. They are going to be bidding on their phones the same as everybody else. There is no bid cards tonight. So remember to make sure that you get your bids in and do that. Now, I don't know how many of you had certain ways to get ready for a derby to make sure that you're in the spirit. Now, for me, I wasn't sure what to do, so I just simply asked my wife to talk derby to me. And that seemed to help and get me prepared for the evening. So however you got ready, I hope you're certainly ready to go tonight. We again want to thank our premier sponsor, Rodland Toyota. Thank you very, very much to Rodland. We'd also like to thank at this time our gala sponsors. You'll see a list of those on your screen. We want to thank all of them. As you can see, there's many, many. This could not be done without all of our sponsors to help us. All right, so our first item is going to, one other thing. I wanted to start by saying, if you look at the backdrop here, look at all of these horses. They're ready to go for the race. They're all masked up. They're COVID acceptable, except one problem here. What's happening with this guy? We got one horse here completely out of place. Don't let that, you don't want to be this guy. Don't let that be you. Make sure you are ready for the race. You're ready to bid. You know how to bid because we're about to get started. So again, don't be this one creepy little horse in the back. We don't even know why he's there. He's not ready to race. He's not masked up, and he has no bid card. So we're going to start with our Rotary Craft Beer Bus Tour. That's a little bit different than our normal live item. What this is you have an opportunity for a $50 ticket you get to enjoy a 4.5-hour tour in Snohomish County Beer Crafters. It includes transportation, beer tasting, and light snacks. All the proceeds benefit South Everett Mukilteo Rotary, which means you can beer while doing some great good for your community. If you'll notice, when you want to push that button, you want to bid, that's going to be charged $50. If you want to take as a couple, you're going to want to make sure you buy 2 seats, 2 tickets, so that would be $100, okay? We have got 50 of those available, and currently, how many have we got left there? Looking on my line. On the beer bus. Well, I'm not seeing how many we've got left of those, but there's 50 there. That's going to be open throughout the evening, so this isn't something that we're going to close out with a final bid. We just want to let you know there are 50 seats available at $50 a seat. When they're gone, they are gone. You want to enjoy 4.5 hours with some friends at some beer crafters in the area, and you don't even have to worry about driving. Okay, so let's move on to our next item. All right. This is, interestingly enough, and sadly, almost to the day, the 5th anniversary of Prince's death. And our first item is named Purple Rain in honor of Prince's 1984 power ballad, Purple Rain. Now, you can feel like royalty as you cruise on this awesome mini bike, maybe race a little red Corvette. The bike boasts a brand new Predator 212cc horizontal motor. That's ungoverned, by the way, so, go as fast as you feel comfortable. It's a custom purple paint, purple leather seat and backrest, and extended footrest. It completes this Prince tribute bike, and we'd like to thank Jennifer and Carl Lovegren for this item. I know that there is nobody else in your neighborhood who has a Purple Rain mini bike. So we're going to start that off. What have we got raised so far? All right, this is where you guys are going to want to push the end. You can go ahead and push on the bid to bring that up. There we go. Paul Cully and Linda Nolan is bid $400. So we're looking at $500 now. We've got a $400 bid. Okay, how about $500? Now, Linda, you bid $300. I don't know. You and Bill would look great on that bike. Why don't you go in at $500? I know Paul and Linda. Of course, you would look good too, Paul. All right. We're looking for $500. We got a $400 bid now. Paul, thank you very much. How about a $500 bid? We also had Kim earlier at bid. Again, you will be the only one with a Purple Rain mini bike. All right. Oh, there we go. Bud Rodland bid $500. Thank you very much, Buzz. And also thank you for sponsoring tonight. All right, we're now looking for a $600 bid. We've got $500. Now, if you would like to go higher than $600, you can certainly do that. If you just push the bid now, the green button, that'll put you right to the next bid of $600, or you can put in your own custom amount, as long as it's above $100, to take that up even higher. So now Paul is out, Linda's out, Buzz is in at $500. We're looking for $600 on the purple bike. All right, we're going to have to be closing that pretty soon. Waiting for a next bid. We got 5 looking for 6. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much, Paul and Linda. It's $600. That's going to look great driving down around Sunland. So thank you, Paul. You're going to be the envy of Sunland. All right, we're looking for a $700 bid now. We've got 6. Anybody else on the Purple Rain Prince Tribute bike? All right, Paul's still in at 6. Looking for 7. We're going to move on to the next item. If we don't get it, we're going to close it out at 6. Now remember, there's about an 8-second delay. So it's going to close out. And oh, there we come. Buzz did want the bike. He's in at 7. Now we're looking for 800. Paul, why don't you go in for the 800, Paul? I know you and Linda want that bike. Again, you'd look great in Sunland driving around. And you know what you ought to consider doing is just carry around a boombox just blaring Prince music. That would be pretty awesome around your neighborhood. All right, we're looking for 800. We've got a $700 bid. Anybody in at 8? Anybody in at 8? Thank you, Buzz, for that $700 bid. We're going to be closing it out. We've got more items we've got to get to. All right. Have you guys started drinking? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They're actually over. They're getting their dinners set up for them, and their drinks are being provided, so they may get rowdier as the night goes on, which we're perfectly fine with. Okay, we're going to close this out at 700. It looks like it's going to go. We're going to declare that winner. 3, 2, 1. Looks like it's going to be Buzz's. All right, we'll close that out and move on to the next. We're declaring that winner. All right. Congratulations, Buzz. Rodland, you are the new proud owner of a Purple Rain mini bike. Woo! All right, there we go. Our next item is you get a getaway to a fantastic beach log cabin for a 4-day, 3-night mini vacation. It's located on Capalus Beach. It's a 1,900 square foot luxurious cabin. It offers stunning views, acres of old growth forest, and a private beach access to the Pacific Ocean. It's got 2 full bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and you can welcome up to 4 adults and 2 children. We want to thank the Bernasconi family. And I've got to tell you, I know every 1,900 square foot of that, I think I probably put clear sealant on. Chuck Bernasconi and myself spent many hours and days working on that cabin. I will tell you, you will love it. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's on the Pacific Ocean. We have got a bid already on that at $750, so we're looking for $850. There we go, $850. Carrie Radcliffe's in at $850. Christy, thank you so much for your bid of $750. We are now, oh, there we go. Christy's back in at $1,050. We're looking at $1,150 now. $1,050 is what we go. Cassie Franklin's in at $1,050. Thank you very much, Mayor Franklin. All right, we're now looking for $1,150. So Cassie Franklin's in at $1,050, looking for $1,150. And there we go. So we've got Carrie has outbid Cassie, and Mikey and Sam has outbid Carrie. So now we're looking for a $1,350 bid. We got $1,250. We're looking for $1,350 for the Capalus Beach log cabin getaway. Now the best part about your stay there, you will not have to do any work. Every time I go, I'm working. You, however, will be able to just enjoy the views. And tell me how it is, because I don't know that we've ever sat around long enough to just enjoy the view there. Thank you very much. Christy's back in it. $1,350. We're looking at $1,450 now. We've got a $1,350 bid. So Carrie and Mikey and Cassie, if you guys want this, make sure you bid it. But another end, you can jump up higher than that if you want to. But we've got $1,350 and we're looking for $1,450 now. All right, this is a great item. We're going to have to close it out pretty quick. Let me see a couple more bids or we're going to close it out. Christy's in at $1,350. It's going to go. Going once. Going twice. We're going to declare the winner at $1,350 unless somebody puts in a bid and closer. Oh, there it is. There it is. Woo! All right, we got 2 more. Mikey and Sam Barley came in at $14, and they were quickly outbid by Kim Hamilton at $1,550. So now we're looking for a $1,650 bid. Somebody give me $1,650. We've got some new bidders in there. Thank you very much. Mikey and Sam, you were on the bubble for a second, but Kim outbid you. I personally wouldn't sit back and accept that. I would quickly throw in a $1,650 bid if I were you, Mikey. And now Kim's saying, no, don't do that, because she's on the bubble. So Kim's got it right now at $1,550. We're looking for $1,650. We're going to go. Oh, there it is. Christy goes in at $1,650. So we're looking for $1,750 now. Christy sat back for a little bit. She goes, no, I am not done. All right, who else isn't done? We're looking for $1,750. We have $1,650 now by Christy. All right. How about if I go to close it? It's going to close in 3, in 2. I'm doing it very slow because we have a delay. In 1. Oh, there it is. Kim Hamilton's in at $1,750. So now we're looking for an $1,850. You know what? Somebody may decide to just go an even 2,000 right now and just boom. Let's try that. We haven't had an item up to 2,000 yet. We're looking for $1,850. I would gladly accept 2. And you can remember, you can go to the black button, put in 2,000, and bam. Because we're at $1,750, looking for 18. Kim, you're in at $1,750. We're going to let it go at $1,750. Going once. Going twice. It's going to go. Kim,